Hello, my loves, and welcome back to Can't Stop Talking podcast. I am so excited for today because we have one of my clients that I've been working with literally since the beginning of my career. This is Abby. I'm so happy to have you on. Please introduce
Hello.
yourself. Tell us everything about you. You guys already know I've talked about her like a million times, but she's finally here to tell like her whole story.
Thank you for having me. For those who don't know, my name's Abby DeSantis. I own a meal prep business in Erie, Pennsylvania. So it's healthy, homemade meals. We do breakfast, lunch, dinner, snacks. And yeah, I've been working with Sam since 2020, I think. So we've had a long journey of working together, and I'm excited to share about it.
Yes. And so Abby's story has so many different things that can help people at every single level. Like, that's my favorite part. But basically, my side of the story is that when I first started my business, some of you might not know that I had a huge fear of being seen, like huge. And so I only posted quotes and I never showed my face ever. I had like a little avatar as the face of my Instagram. And Abby and me went to school together. And so she actually like messaged me when I had nothing on my Instagram yet. Like you couldn't tell it was me. And then eventually I showed my face and you were like, is that Sam from college?
Yes, yes. I remember you were like the first manifestation like meme page I followed, and I loved your stuff. Like I stalked your page every day, and then because I remember you were like teasing it. You were like, "Ooh, I'm thinking about showing my face." And then you did, and I was like, "Wait, I know that person." Like out of everyone like in on Instagram,
Yes.
billions of people, like the universe. Yeah, and then I messaged you and I was like, can we like get on a call together? Like, I'm so interested to hear what you're doing and I'd love to work with you. And then the rest is history.
And like, what a crazy way for me to get over my fear of being seen. Like, I was like, of
Yeah.
course, like someone from college. But then we just grew so close. And so, my favorite thing is when you first started working with me, you were actually going to be like a health coach.
Yeah. So
And yeah,
I'll kind of explain the whole thing if you want me to.
yes, I would love to. I would
Yeah,
love to.
so during like the start of COVID, I was in a program for health coaching. And I was nannying on the side. And so basically, like towards the end of my program, I started health coaching, and I was working with a different business coach who was all about like the what is it called? Not like
DM outreach,
yeah, like that weird like
cold DMs.
old DMs. Like I hated it. And long story short, I was having a hard time finding clients, and as the more I like did it, I just like it wasn't for me, honestly.
Yeah.
So I was still nannying, and the kids and I used to love to cook and bake together, but like healthy stuff. So every day when their parents came home, there would be like healthy oatmeal cookies, and like basically they knew I loved to cook, and they were both working like really long, like 12-hour days. And, um, she would be like, "Oh my gosh, I don't know what to make them." Like box mac and cheese was like, which is fine. But um she was like, what would you think about cooking us a couple of healthy meals per week? Like things that we can just pop in the oven, like no thought, like healthy things that my kids like would like to eat. And so I was like, absolutely. So I started doing that. And then I just loved it so much. And she also was like, Abby, you need to turn this into a business. Like, I know so many people that would like die for something like this. But my mind went like, I just graduated from this program. Like, I should
Yes.
be doing this. I should be doing this. So I kind of like, I was still doing the weekly meal prep for them, but like, still, like, also, my dad was like, no, you just spent all this money. Like, but yeah. And then I think that's like right around the time we started working together because
Yep.
yeah, and then my thoughts went to, okay, maybe I can do half health coaching, half meal prep. And then I remember you just being like, what do you really want to do? And I was like, the meal prep, like it doesn't feel like work to me. Like I genuinely have fun. I'm helping people. Like it feels easy to me. You were like, just go for it. And then, yeah, you helped me kind of build my little empire, and the rest is history. And within 6 months, it became my full-time job. So,
And you were so humble. And you taught me so much that day because I was literally like, what lights you up is where the money goes. But it was
yeah,
so crazy because I really was so new to this. And I've had so many people be like, but you don't know, like, how are you going to coach me if you don't know how to, do XYZ, if you don't know, if you've never been a personal trainer, say. And I'm like, you don't have to know how
right.
to do it. You just have to make sure that that person's following what they want to do and the answers are within them.
Yeah.
And the craziest part about your story is we had no idea what we were doing. So we started
Mhm.
with flyers. I was like,
Yep.
how do you want to market? People
Yeah.
started buying from the flyers. And then
Yep.
you went from your kitchen to a church kitchen, or was it the food truck first? And then, yeah,
Yeah,
tell
you
us
have such a good
everything.
memory.
Thank you. Thank
I'm
you.
like, yeah, so yeah, it started with a flyer. I went on Canva and I made this like really shitty flyer. Printed it out at my parents' house and just went around and put them in random mailboxes. And I started getting customers. And then, yeah, so basically, I started in my parents' kitchen because I was still living with them. And they had just downsized, like they from like my childhood home, which had like a huge kitchen, into like, a smaller. I was like, of course, you guys would do this to me. But
Yeah.
yeah. So yeah, once I like outgrew their kitchen, which was like pretty quick, like I got to the point where like I would have to use my neighbors' ovens and fridges because I was like that busy.
Wow.
Um, yeah, so so it was first, well, the church kitchen didn't end up working out. So I moved into um like a restaurant style, that they had a food truck, but they also had like a restaurant kind of connected to it. It wasn't open yet. It was actually um the kids I nanny for their dad.
Oh,
Um,
wow. Yes.
yeah, so I rented from him for maybe like a year or so. And then now I have my own kitchen. So, like my own commercial kitchen, which I manifested. That's a good story we need to touch on.
That's the thing. You have manifested so many things in your career. And we were just saying before the call that the coolest part about your story is you do not need to know the how. You got rid of the circumstances. You were like, it's fine that I just did the certification, but this is really what I want to do. And then
Mhm.
I said, how do you want to market? You were like, I would do flyers. I remember we would literally make sure that you were infusing these flyers with the energy of like
Yeah.
people signing up.
Yeah.
And then from there, we didn't have to know how your next kitchen was coming. Like, one of the kitchens came from the people that you babysit, and then just from there on. And now you've built this whole empire. She's literally on the news like every other month for this business. It's actually insane from just an idea.
Yeah.
Oh,
I know.
that's my
It blows
favorite
me
part.
away sometimes.
Yes. Yeah. Tell us about the commercial kitchen manifestation. I would love to hear about that.
Yeah, so actually it was getting to a point where I was outgrowing the restaurant space. And well, so someone asked me like what I want long term, like where do you see yourself in 5 years? And I said, because I never wanted to like open a restaurant or like a cafe type of thing. I just wanted it to be almost like a pizza shop where you walk in, there's a big commercial kitchen in the back, and it's just like a storefront. Like that's all I need. I didn't want like seats and like, I didn't want it to be like a shop. I just wanted it to be like,
Yes.
pick up and you know, go on your way. And I just like kept that vision in my mind, and I can still see it. And I wasn't even like ready to look at spaces yet. Like I was just kind of like knowing that, I can't really grow anymore. And then my friend who's a realtor, she was like, there's this really, really cute, like, it was a bakery right down the street. Like it would be perfect for you. Like, let's go see it. And in my mind, I was like, there is no way I can afford to like buy a whole ass commercial
Yeah.
kitchen, whatever. And but anyway, so we told my dad, and my dad was like, well, let's go look at it. And I kid you not, I walked in and it was like the exact thing I wanted. it came equipped with commercial fridges, 10 burner stoves, just all the equipment that I could possibly need. I didn't have to buy anything. I didn't
Oh
have to
my
put
God.
anything to it. Um, they just like tacked on an additional cost for like huge commercial for like sinks. It had a bathroom, storage. It was like insane. And I was just like full body chills. I was like, this needs to happen. And so we pulled some strings and yeah, we got it.
Oh my God. And I
Yeah.
remember you messaging me and being like, this is exactly what I was visualizing
Yes.
to a T.
To a T.
Oh, see, everything just literally, you're so good at manifesting it like falls on your lap. And that's my favorite
Yeah.
part is I feel like you're really good at being like, this is what I want. And I don't have to think about the how. And obviously, for all of us, sometimes we get
Right.
tripped up, but like truly,
Yeah. I mean, it does take action. I don't want to like put
yes.
that into the um because you do have to like, work, obviously, but it's just like I think my energy and my vibes were just aligned. I wasn't like in a scarcity mindset, like this won't happen. Like it was just like, all right, I don't know when it's gonna happen, I don't know how, but this is my vision, and I just held on to it, and it literally happened way faster than I could have imagined. So
Insane. I love it. And so my favorite thing is every time we start working together again, you get back into the inner work. And then that's when the crazy stuff happens. So you
yeah.
joined the membership from the beginning. What have you manifested since joining?
I guess like a new ideas. So like I'm doing meal prep. Um, but I'm kind of ready to expand into like other streams of income. Like, because, I have my slower seasons. Some of my customers don't need meal prep like all the time. So it's kind of like it can be inconsistent sometimes. So
Yeah.
I was looking for like a more, not more, like meal prep is always like my number one, like focus and whatever, but like a second stream of income. And I can't say what it is, but that came to me. And it was just like something that I was like, how didn't I think of this sooner? And like I've been like talking to businesses about it, and they were like, this is something that is so needed that no one has thought of. We've never been approached with something like this. Like, and I've told like my dad, they're like, I've told my eyebrow lady, and she was like, oh my God, like that's literally genius. So that has been something that I've manifested from doing your visualizations and your affirmations. I do them pretty much every day. So, and just
Oh,
like
that's fun.
having the support from the membership and reading everyone's success stories. So,
Oh
I
my
love
God, I
it.
love that.
You're
I
never getting
love
rid of
that.
me.
No, oh my God, I want
I'm
you in
so
everything
glad you have
forever.
this membership.
Oh, you're so sweet. And I
Love
just
it.
wanted something where, one, selfishly, I wanted all my old clients because I'm literally obsessed with you guys. And I always tell you that I manifest soulmate clients. And so, like, once you're in my world, exactly, I'm like, you're staying forever. So, a low cost way to get you guys to stay forever, but to be around your guys' energy, because I really also manifest from what you guys are doing. So, like, you were in the membership for maybe like a month and you were like, I just hit my first 10K month in a year. And you had 50% more orders in 1 week. And you were, because I remember you came to me a week before and you're like, I'm feeling stuck. Like, what more strategy should I do? And I was like, just do the inner work. I'm telling you, you didn't change your strategy. And then the orders just went up.
Yes. Yep. And it really just takes that little of, and sometimes you feel guilty about it. It's like, I shouldn't be sitting here like writing about my relationship with money. I should be trying to like go out and make it, but it's really, really so simple. Like you just have to put in the time
Yes.
and it will happen and
And
stay
that's the
as consistent as you can with it.
1,000%. And I think that's the biggest message I'm trying to get across, period. Whether you join the membership, whether you do your own manifestations, that like I really learned this year, which is crazy because I've been manifesting for 10 years, that it is the exact same thing as going to the gym. Like I've heard numerous
Really?
stories of my clients who stop manifesting, their life goes to shit, and then they start manifesting again and the money falls in. And
Yeah.
that's why I created it as like a membership instead of a course. So you don't just do it and then forget. But
Yeah.
the best part too is like it's reminding yourself that it does get to be that simple. Because I've even had, Q&A calls where they're like, what more can you do? And you're like, have you been doing the inner work? And then it's like, no, oh my gosh, that's exactly what I
Mhm.
need to do.
Exactly.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh, I love
You're
it.
right about the gym because it's like you get to a point where like I was like happy, I was busy. I was like, I don't want any more business at this point. Well, never, I always welcome business. I
Yes.
don't want to put that into the universe, but I was like, okay, like I can like take a break and then like I completely just stopped my manifestation like routine. And it all just went like it's almost like planning a flat. I think you gave me this analogy. Like plant or maybe it wasn't, but like planting a flower and it grows. Like if you stop watering it, it's gonna die, you know? It's like the same thing with like manifestation and working out. Like if you stop working out, you have to like be in like maintenance mode.
Yes. Wait, I'm obsessed with that and I'm totally gonna steal that.
Did you tell me that? Maybe it was someone else.
It could have been me. People say
I
I
feel
say
like it
like,
was you for some reason, but I
I'll
don't know.
take it.
Maybe it wasn't.
No, I love that. I'll take that. It probably was. I say so much stuff. Who even knows?
Yeah.
I obsessed with that. And then it just shows you, and it took me this long to realize it too. And it really gets to be that freaking easy. Also, something that you remind me is you had a literal 180 with where you were before of you used to babysit these kids and make them food, and now you also help kids with cooking classes.
Yes. Yep. So I teach cooking classes in schools, and then I also teach classes like in my kitchen too. We actually just did Halloween themed last week, and it was so cute. I love working with little kids. They're so cute and funny.
I love that.
They
And
just
it's
love
full
to cook,
circle.
and yeah, exactly. Yep.
It's everything you wanted. And then I mean, I could go on and on. And then you also got 40 under 40.
Yes. Yeah, that was kind of surprising to me, but I feel like my work is changing lives, you know?
A
So,
100%. And that's the biggest thing that we got across to you, that like these healthy meals are going to save people time, energy. Like this could stop people from literally divorces. Like,
yeah,
not even kidding. And the healthier the kids are, the more money you can make, the healthier you are. Like your mood
yes.
goes up. All these things happen from eating healthy food.
Yeah. And it's such a simple way. Like, you don't have to clean up the kitchen. You don't have to think about what you're gonna make. You don't have to go to the grocery store. Like, you're not spending thousands of dollars on DoorDash and like all of those like delivery and service fees. Like, those add up so much. Like, and it's a one-stop shop. You literally just pick up your meals or we deliver once a week and you just open your fridge and it's all there for you.
Oh my God, if I lived near you, I was just thinking that like I would be there every single week. And so you
Uh,
got to make one in San Diego one day.
Oh my gosh.
I'm a we're gonna go global. I know it. Okay, love this. One of my favorite things too about you is that I asked you about your manifestation routine, and you're just like me. You were like, it is not a perfect manifestation routine. Like it is a hot mess routine. That's what I do. And so I'd love if you could tell us a little bit about your manifestation routine so people can see that you don't have to be perfect.
Yes. So I was always under the impression and like that you have to wake up like immediately, like meditate and, journal right away and whatever. Like my brain doesn't work like that. Like I wake up and like I have 10 billion thoughts in my mind. And I understand that the point of doing it right in the morning, like when you open your eyes, is to like kind of clear and calm yourself down. But for me, that doesn't work. So, and I've tried and like I just sit there and I'm like, I don't even know like what's wrong with me. So, like that's how like flustered my brain is sometimes.
Me
So
too.
what I do and like I go outside and I walk my dog and like I don't even so I have this app called Otterbox. I don't know if you've ever
Yes. Tell
AI.
everyone about this.
Yeah, it's basically just a voice note app and like basically what I do is I just record myself talking and then like it'll transcribe it for you and like it will write like little like I don't know summaries of like what you're saying because I'll sit there and talk to it for like 10 minutes
Yeah.
while I'm walking the dog. I'm like I don't understand why people like um but anyway, yeah, so it's just kind of like a voice note app. So I walk my dog and I habit stack too. Like you always say, like habit
Yes.
stack, walk the dog while I vent about because for some reason, pen to paper is hard for me
Yeah.
in the morning. Like I just like to talk. So I do that. And then I literally come home and I do my workout and I shower. And, it's not like this every single day. But then that's when I can like my mind is clear and I can like finally sit down and like do my affirmations and say them with like a clear mind instead of like forcing it.
Yes.
Um, and then I go back to my OtterBox and I read the transcription and then I go back and I kind of rewire what I was saying.
Genius.
So yeah, like I'll give you an example. Like this morning, I'm like obviously talking to people about this new idea that I was talking about earlier. And it's nerve-wracking to like put yourself out there. And I was like, I'm so nervous. Like I feel like I sound nervous on the phone. And then it's like, I kind of rewired that into like, you know, I'm confident. I love talking to people. Like it excites me and like what's the worst that can happen? Like I kind of like
Yes.
go through like my fears too. The worst that can happen is that they say no and I move on to the next person. So yeah, that's basically it. And then affirmations and then I really try to like read um like a chapter of a book or um yesterday I was doing one of your scripting things. So
Love it.
like yeah, like it's not perfect all the time. And if I have more time, then I'll do something else. Or if I have less time, like maybe I'm not doing all that, but as long as I do something.
Exactly. I'm obsessed with that routine. And I think that's genius. And everyone should download that app or use what I've been using too. Right now, I'm in this vibe where I don't want a coach. And I've never been in that vibe. I've always been very, hand holding. I like to have someone in my corner and doing the inner work. I know this sounds insane, but I mean it from the membership, but just doing manifestation, period, has made me believe in myself so much that I'm at a point where, and everyone knows, but I've invested $100,000 into my business. So I know the how. And so it gets to a point where you can use stuff like ChatGPT to ask like ideas and stuff like that, where it's like this period where you don't maybe want someone in your business with you, but you want that person who isn't a real human to help you out
Yeah.
with, yeah, your limiting beliefs and like your good ideas. I'm obsessed with that tip. And like, if people just listen to this and just take that, their life's going to change. So that's
Yeah.
so genius of you.
Yeah. And
Truly.
it's like my um version of journaling. I just talk
Exactly.
instead of like sitting there and writing it because that just
Yes.
stresses me out and my hand hurts and I'm like, screw this. Like I'm not gonna do it. So for anyone that feels that way, download OtterBox AI or Otter
Absolutely.
AI. And yeah, you just literally press record and
Oh my God. I'm
it's
doing that like right after this. I'm
yeah.
obsessed with that. And that's the best part is that I always tell you guys to go in and like do what you want in the membership whenever you want it. But like I remember there was a point where it was only a couple months ago when I was doing the money challenge and I was like, you have to do pen to paper is the best way to script. And I was like, what the hell? Like I
Oh
was like, I've
yeah.
manifested so what am I'm listening to everyone else. I've manifested so much stuff in my notes pad. If someone one day had a gun to my head and was like, open your notes pad, I'd be like, hell no, you cannot look in there.
Yeah. I do
But
everything in my notepad.
1,000%. And like it's like my YouTube search engine. I'm like, don't look in there and don't look at my notes pad.
Yeah.
I love that. Okay, amazing. And so how frequently were you using the techniques?
In the
membership or like any manifesting? Was it every day? Was it a couple times a week? Were you consistent or was it
At least a couple times a week.
love that?
Like I love
Um,
your visualization. Which one is it? Where you talk about you go to the spa.
yes.
That one's my favorite. So sometimes I'm just laying in bed in the morning and I'll listen to that. Maybe like 3 times a week. But I'm like in there like in and out like
Yeah.
sporadically through the week. Like yesterday, like I said, I went in and just did one of your scripting things because I had time and I was feeling it. So
I love that. No, you make it so for you. And people listening are probably like the spa, but you'll have to be in there to
you
know
have
it.
to listen to.
To know what we're talking about. Okay, I love that. What are your favorite techniques? And it doesn't have to be in the membership. It can be just like in general too.
I love affirmations and I think they've worked for me the most. Um, yeah, I would say affirmations and like I love reading and I love watching videos. So stuff like that.
I'm
Um,
so happy you said that because
me
I feel like people shit on affirmations. And I always say,
I swear, like
right?
it's like making your own affirmations are my favorite. And your affirmations, I love them. I have
A
them printed out.
Oh, that makes me so happy. But
Yeah,
1,000%, I feel like there's so many, they try and make like problem aware content that's like, why your affirmations, won't work. And I'm like, oh, I've given my clients like custom affirmations for years and I've seen the craziest stuff happen.
they're so easy.
Yes. And that's what it can be easy.
Mhm. Exactly.
I love that. Do you ever get discouraged? Because it looks like, you've manifested crazy stuff in the past 4, 5 years.
Absolutely. Yeah. It's still something I struggle with to this day. Um, but I always try to look at it like, okay, like maybe it's not working or, it's um, on the universe's timeline. And like, I guess right now I'm struggling with like it's not happening like right this second, like
Yes.
I want it to. But yeah, I just try not to let that get to me and just hand it over, take inspired action, and just, yeah, don't give up, but also don't let it like control your life because that can also backfire on you.
Yes, 1,000%. And how do you balance that's perfect, taking inspired action versus waiting for things to happen?
Um, can you repeat that?
Yes. I'm like, where did it go? How do you balance taking inspired action versus waiting for things to happen?
Um, I don't know how to answer that question.
It's totally fine if you don't. I feel like you're someone who knows what they want, they get clear about that, and then you're really good at asking yourself, like, what would make this easy to do? And you go down that path.
That's very true. Thank you. You just answered that question for me because I'm like, I don't know, but
I've only known you for so many years.
I
No,
know.
literally. This one might be better. What do you believe about strategy versus action in business now? Like strategy versus the inner work in your business now?
There has to be a balance between the two. Like just you can't do the inner work and just like things magically appear. Like you have to do work and you can't like your strategy won't work if you don't work on your inner self. Like you have to have some sort of balance with it.
I love
Not like
that.
one or the other. You can't
Yes.
be lazy, but you can't, you know, work too hard where you're not working on yourself.
Whoa. Wait, that was unbelievable. Like mic drop. I'm obsessed with that line. That was so good. Do you feel, and none of these like answers are right and wrong. This is literally just for the viewers to like, oh, like this is how she gets the most out of her, routine, or like this is a misconception that maybe other people have. So did you feel your affirmations or feel your manifestations when you manifest? Like, are you someone who wants to really feel it, or do you feel like you don't need to feel it at all?
No.
Love that. I feel like a lot of people like get that in their head that they really have to feel it in order for it to manifest.
Yeah, no.
And you can take away that like anxiety of you have to. Okay, love that. Did you see changes in your reality before your manifestations come in?
Yes. Like with
Ooh,
my do you mean like with my kitchen, for instance? Like,
yeah.
yeah, like I didn't know that was coming before. Like, you know what I mean? Is that what?
Yeah. Like, do you start like feeling better and then you're like, oh my gosh, I know it's gonna come sooner? Like, for example, if you're manifesting money, does like little bit of money come in, or does it usually like you're manifesting,
Um,
nothing's happening, and then bam?
it's usually just like bam.
Yes.
So
And
I
that
took that answer back, I guess.
I love that though, because I feel like people are usually like nothing's happening, and I'm like, just wait because it's all gonna come
Oh
in at
yeah.
once.
Yeah. Definitely comes in. Yeah, all at once and like when you least expect it too.
Oh, I love that. How long did it take to, I know you've manifested a lot of things, but how long does it usually take for you to see results? Is it quicker or longer than you expect?
Quicker.
I love that. You guys, you're listening to like a master manifestor. That's why I'm like,
You're so
um, no, literally though. Any tricks? You kind of gave it to us though, but any tips or tricks for getting the most out of your routine or personalizing it? But you kind of already answered this question.
Yeah, and make it your own is like a huge thing. Like what works for someone may not work for another person, like workouts. Some people like yoga, some people like to run. Like just make it your own and like don't put too much pressure on it either. It doesn't have to be perfect. It can be messy. And if you don't do it one day, it's not the end of the world. Um, and yeah, just have fun with it too.
We have so much fun. Like I'm like, if you're not having
Um,
fun, then I don't want you doing it.
yeah.
I love that. What was the most common misconception you had about manifestation that you had to overcome? You could also not have an answer to this.
Um, One thing is that I always thought that you had to be in like an amazing mood like 24/7 and that like you couldn't be feeling defeated or like that's just not true. You can and like it's honestly good to like feel your feelings so you can like rewire them. But it's like, oh, like I'm in a terrible mood today. Like I can't like this isn't gonna happen for me. Like the universe doesn't necessarily stop working because you're having a bad day. You know what I mean? So that's like a huge thing that I had to, because some days it would be like, I don't feel like being positive right now. Like
Yes.
eventually I'd pull myself out of it, but it's good to let it out and that's normal. And also, like I said, like manifesting at a specific time of day or, you know, following or, you know, doing like a certain routine or a certain order, like just do what works for you.
Oh
And
my
you're
God, I love all of that advice. We've had so many girls in the membership who are like, I'm feeling like shit and I still manifested what I
yeah.
wanted. And that makes me so happy because it's such a limiting belief. And I just tell you guys, it's what you believe. So if you believe that you can be in any mood and still bring in your manifestations, they will happen. But what I want for you guys is to manifest, but also be your most happy self because it doesn't matter if you're manifesting money or whatever you want if you're not truly happy. So that's like my secret goal for the membership that
Yeah.
you guys don't even know. I love it. And then last question, I'm so sad. What advice or tip would you give to someone wanting to manifest their dream life?
Definitely get some books
Yes,
and work with someone. Join this membership. That's a
you're so
start.
cute.
That's like a low cost thing that you can do. But yeah, I would say get books and yeah, invest in a coach or group or just something that is like kind of teaching you what it's all about and like different techniques and find what works for you.
I love that. Would you ever picture that you would be here?
No.
It's so crazy. I'm like so proud of you. It's insane. It's like,
Well, you are very encouraging to me, or else I might not be.
oh my God. I know you would be here with or without me because you just have that drive. But like you're just getting started. That's the craziest part. Like this is just the beginning for you.
No.
And
I
you've
mean,
already
it
accomplished so
seems like
much.
it's been so long. Like
Yes.
2020 feels like forever ago, but I was like, it's only been 4 years. Like that's like I'm still like a baby in business, I feel like. So we have lots of
Literally.
work to do.
Yes. And I'm just so proud of you and your story. Literally, I repeat it to everyone. I mean, I've talked about you a million times on the podcast, but I think the biggest thing is that you've always trusted yourself, regardless of what anyone was saying, regardless of anyone around you. And you just said, I'm going to do what I want to do and I'm going to do the aligned path. And that's really why I feel like you're so good at this manifesting because you trust yourself. And I think
Mhm.
at the end of the day, when you trust yourself, and it doesn't matter if no one else trusts you, you're going to make it. If everyone else trusts you, but you don't trust yourself, you're not going to make it. And so you've already always had trust in yourself and this process.
I do, or else, yeah. I was like, I know what I'm doing, everyone. Just sit back and let me do my thing. It'll
1,000%.
all work out.
And now your dad's your biggest supporter. Yes. And then lastly, please plug yourself. Like if there's anyone who lives near you or anything, follow her Instagram. Like I want them to follow your journey because you're just going to keep making it.
So my business name is Meals with Abs, and then we're on Instagram and Facebook at Meals with Abs. And my website is mealswithabs.com.
Obsessed.
And we're located in Erie, Pennsylvania. So, uh, but we only do deliver locally right now, but hopefully we'll be expanding in the next couple of years. So,
Oh, you will be. I need one in
all
San
along.
Diego.
Oh
Yes,
my gosh, I would love
please. Oh, I love you so much. Thank you for coming
that.
on and inspiring me and everyone else. It
Oh my
means
gosh.
the world to me. And I'm just so happy that you would do that.
Oh my gosh, absolutely. And thank you for having me.
Of course. Bye, guys.
Bye.